They banned the Ember.
They banned the Ember.
Oh, okay.
Because you know who Ember's good against in lane. Pudge. He's actually not, is
He's
he?
not.
It's not.
It's not good against Pudge in lane.
I think, yeah, SF ban.
I think they should ban the SF.
I mean, it's not that... Is it... Oh, I guess Firestorm's annoying if they wanted to do TA for Iceberg.
5 seconds remaining.
Because, I mean, if they can get the ball right and they like draft a TA against the Luna and the like Sky, they're pretty good. Maybe the Underlord is enough of a deterrent.
Dire team pick.
Kunkka ban.
Okay.
Alright, so SF's still
good.
there.
I mean, Kunkka, I think that ban's also pretty good. Kunkka seems really strong, actually. Very good versus Underlord. You can't really ever rift out. They have tons of catch, too. We saw them run the Disruptor Kunkka before.
It's Pugna again.
And they do take the Pugna again. Is it a BZZ Pug? No, it's not a BZZ.
It's not a BZZ Pugna.
No. You wish.
Oh, what is he going to grab? Touch.
But there's percent damage from Firestorm.
But there's no life stealer.
It's got to be SF. It's got to be a BKB.
It's got to be SF,
right? It has to be.
Well, Pudge had a BKB.
He did have
10
that.
seconds remaining.
I mean, it's.
Oh, what's he going to take?
I'm sold.
5 seconds.
Wait, is PL still in the pool?
And then
Ben.
one game up.
That's bad. I was gonna say
You know?
Oh, what's he going to grab?
Gonna be
Gotta be Shadow.
10 seconds.
Giving me Iceberg. Shadow.
Mirana. Choose your
Okay.
hero.
Okay, some more magical to help kill off the Underlord. But yes, an Iceberg Marana to finish things off.
They've got the clockwork into Arrow.
Sure, they got
Yeah,
set up
they
for
got
it.
set up.
Yeah, they got catch. That's for sure.
The catch is very limited on Espada too, so if like Moonlight Shadow to disengage in a lot of fights could be really strong. There's actually like really little control on Espada. It's a Fiend's Grip for their team fight and a Pit Lord.
Malice. Yeah,
Yeah, the Pit of Malice. Okay, well,
Alright, no, get it
let's
over.
see.
She really doesn't care. Ooh, someone opened the door. The door.
She's like, I could escape, but I couldn't hear him.
Tough choice. Alright. And with Owen and Fogg on their way upstairs, it means that we are getting ready for our 4th game in this best of 5 grand final series. If Winstrike win this, they are receiving an invite to TI8. They have qualified for TI8 if they do. Espada obviously wants to force out that 5th game and go the full distance in the series. So let's head over to Odipixel and Fogs for game number 4.
We're live?
I think we are.
Okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to game 4 of Winstrike versus Espada. I'm Odipixel. I'm here with Fogged. And we are ready to rock and roll to see what goes down in this one. The 5th pick, as we just saw for Winstrike, the Iceberg Marana. And it's going to be what he sells for this time round. And what do we reckon? Have they got what it takes to take the series here, or could we be being pushed to a game 5?
Oh, whoa. Look at those tips on a silent. That was coordinated. I think they do. There's also a very strong group up lineup coming out from Espada. If they can get the ball rolling, Luna plus Underlord and Pugna, heavy push power, rally around this Underlord. If he can get like Crimson Guard and the pipe at a decent time, he's going to reduce so much of the damage, right? The flat cannon from the gyrocopter and all that magic damage is coming up from the rest of them. He can reduce quite a lot as long as the Luna doesn't get underfarmed.
Oh, there we go. G is called and we're underway.
It is beautiful.
A silent gyro, of course, a thing of the past. Back in old Empire, we saw this boy have a fair few games on the gyro. We'll see how it works out this time round. That's the lanes. We'll see again.
Just checking items.
Yeah.
Anything, if we see anything
30 seconds to battle.
out of the norm. No Fear has 3 mangoes in top on the Slash Strike, so they're trying to just spam and put as much pressure on as possible on ILTW. They scout him out for a second here. Stepping up a bit far here. Stun is going to connect.
They've got it. They've got the cogs too. He's not going to die here, sure. Oh, I'm going to say that. It's incredibly close. He takes a full beating.
Doesn't cost them much either. That's only 1 stun of mana.
And he doesn't...
Bottom now.
Let's see if they can fight them off the rune spot. Arrow. It's going to come through. Not going to make the connection, so Espada will be able to claim that bounty rune.
2 for 2. They killed the missile as well.
I mean,
As it was
look up
midair,
top.
so they get 50 gold for that.
LTW desperately trying to tango his way up. No fear in position for a stun. If LTW heads over.
All right, that's the no fear that we know. Spamming the chat wheel. Back.
A lot of pressure they're looking to apply onto LTW. And between the two of them, do you think they'll... is this an aggressive dual lane to be scared of? We hear this Bane and Luna.
I mean, Clockwork Bloodstrike is a very strong duel as well. They've got a lot of regen too, and they'd already made ILTW use quite a lot. So they should be able to out-regen them. The Clock and the Leshrac, that is, versus this Bane and Luna. Just based on that star. And bottom, I mean, bottom should... It's going to take for them the time to build up atrophy stacks of damage. But they can definitely look for kills with this gyrocopter if there is mispositioning coming out from Skyrath.
Both teams need dual lanes looking to keep themselves pretty stable here. They are looking towards immersion. The homing missile, Thunderstrike, silent. We'll hit onto level 2. Can't quite get round towards immersion. Tom lane Misha. Falling low once more. And Misha, as we've been saying, definitely one to watch in terms of the potential saves this game. Has been coming out with a performance very close to sort of the level we've seen from players like Solo performing the Bane. Solo definitely, at least to me, is sort of the Bane player that comes to mind when you sort of see these miraculous saves just consistently happening.
I mean, Solo is the best Bane in the world.
Yeah.
Let's be
yeah.
with that one.
For sure.
But yeah, Misha's been incredibly good on it. So they actually bring themselves more regen right away. So 2 sets of tangos being delivered top in the first 2 minutes to try to deal with this pressure that's coming out from both Lesh and from Clock. There's a big creep wave that just goes into this Clockwork now too. Gonna be getting close to level 3 with boots. That's when they can start threatening kills non-stop in top lane.
Yeah, this Luna very squishy early on. They can sort of get openings and such. No fear trying to head back towards the lane.
He's making sure that they're not pulling. He keeps actually aggroing the small camp to make sure that the Bane can't reset where the lane is. Because look at Nangrata. Level 3 now. Level 2 battery assault with boots. If he catches anyone, they're dead. And immersion suicided. Stun connects.
They do. They've got the range to get in with the cogs. They've trapped him in. And this should be your first blood as Misha will get popped by the two of them.
And they're going to keep going.
Can they get this as well? The stun. It's perfect. Winstrike, they get the double.
That was this top lane, the way they just executed it was so good. Like, the Clockwork gets all of the experience from the creep waves. Leshrac runs away to give him full XP and also to block that or stop the pull from happening. So they get a double creep wave coming in under this Luna and a level 3 Clockwork, who is, when he's level 3 that early, he is the strongest force on the map, especially in the lane. Battery assault does pretty absurd damage. Goes up from 20 to 45 per tick. And this guy's Clock, he is not afraid. He's one of the Clockwork players that I've seen that he will rush that blade mail in these games. And you look at it versus Luna, Pugna, versus Skyrath. Would definitely be a good choice.
Oh, absolutely. Misha. Trying to trade hits here with no fit. Can come on top in terms of the right-click trading. That's for sure as a Bane with the stats that he has. No fear will be able to juke his way around the trees, get back towards that tower, keep himself safe. 4 minutes. We'll kick him. We'll see if top or bottom is going to be the rune spawn. It's going to be bottom regen room. See if either side's going to head over towards that.
Oh, Nyx is going to get it. But who's going to pick it up first? Immersion is making sure that his Pugna can get it. Nangrata has phase boots now already.
4 minutes in to the game.
So that way to close the gap onto the Luna, onto that Bane is definitely there.
Just got to be careful, ILTW.
Yeah.
If he gets cogged, he's gone. They have the burst control unless some sweet nightmares come out.
Iceberg is dropping low. He bring himself out some regen? He is not. He's sending the courier back to make sure that he can.
On top lane, there we have it. The cogs, bam. Gets in position with the phase boots. And this is that sort of catch that we're talking about. RTW has to be careful. No fear lands a stun. He's in trouble.
That's the difference. It's like this top lane, Clockwork Lesh is a very kill-oriented lane. Bottom lane, Underlord Skyrath, I mean, you're kind of just farming. Usually we see Skyrath with like these killing partners, but Underlord is not really one of those. He likes to just farm in the lane, push it in constantly. Bounty runes are out. 2 for 2. And house. So Silence Farm, it has been slowed down a little bit from this dual lane. But he has not died like Luna.
He's got to be careful as well, as they will look to dive if they get the perfect push round with the wave. Top lane, stunned to connect onto RTW. But as you say, yeah, RTW is still top farm.
Top last hits, but
top
not
last hits, sure, not top network.
Yeah, not top because he's died and
yeah.
had to spend so much money on regen. Always Want to Fly is actually prioritizing just giving Silent majority of the experience in lane. He's trying to get call down available nice and early so they can look to get those kills to push this Underlord and Skywrath out of the lane. And then we'll probably see them give the lane back to Disrupted later when Silent goes and gets aggressive, making moves around the map. I like how they prioritize experience on this team. You get the glimpse?
He's trying.
Can.
Can't quite get the vision. They turn towards BZZ as BZZ looks towards Always Want to Fly with the Firestorm. Trying to chase down the Disruptor with that final bit of burst from Immersion is not enough. In fact, top lane again is going to be where the kill happens as Non-Grotto finds Misha. Will lose his life for it, as well as No Fear, but No Fear goes for the neutral denies and won't make it. Next with the rotation, we'll make sure that they take down both of them.
Yeah, that's a good move by Nyx there. Help out your core. If your Luna Stone is struggling, you have to start making some type of moves if you're being dove under tower. They're able to use the shrine and they're looking to get active again. Misha plus Nyx. I'm going to try to make here move here. Iceberg. They do have a level of silence from Immersion.
So there's half of them to go open onto.
Nah, he's fine.
He's too far away. They can't catch him like that.
They're just... No Fear is just non-stop stop canceling splitters too. Right past the creep wave to try to catch this Luna. Luna is 6 now. So there's Eclipse. Nyx rotating over again.
They got the stun. Straight up, No Fear. Perfectly lands it onto RTW. A Nightmare comes out in an attempt to save RTW, but it will not be enough. RTW fall. Iceberg indeed with the rotation. Make sure they get Misha as well as Nyx. They get the full cleanup on that top lane. As the Clockwork will survive. And as you say, just No Fear's play there. Just sitting in the trees. Constantly stop casting the stun. Just enables him to any sort of opportunity he feels to let it go. Bam. The setup's there, and there's no chance for RTW to react to that from the trees.
And now it's a level 6 Clockwork with a Bracer too. So he's very, very tanky. And the non-Grotto Clockwork is something to be feared. I even puts in a raindrop now into his inventory too. So he can actually tank the whole Eclipse pretty, like, for his team to look for those plays. And that was the rotation of Nyx trying to secure the Luna's farm. Like Iceberg matching that one. Non-Grotto. Try to catch the Pugna in mid.
Bottom. Put the field onto BZZ. Missile and cooldown will connect, but there's RTW. He's got the Eclipse, and now Silent Always Want to Fly. They've got to try and run themselves away. 8 HP. Silent will survive. Always Want to Fly. Not quite as fortunate. Back No Fear trying for a stun on BZZ. He's got to be careful himself, but they do get Silent out of there. And that was the rotation of the Luna. Looking to put pressure onto Silent. RTW. If you manage to get him out of the lane, at least he has to take the long walk back to the base. He's in underneath the tower. The Battery Assault cancelling any sort of cast that Nyx is trying to get out. This smooth start that Non-Grotto had in the top lane already translating into impact elsewhere on the map.
Yeah, almost has the pretty much earned finished up on top of that Bracer. What he wants to go for next.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
How's the farm looking? Iceberg, top of that farm. Clockwork next. So Silent has been slowed down. Even though he has not died, his farm is being impacted a bit here. Which is the one good thing that is going for Espada right now. But now who's their active hero that they make moves with? They pretty much need this Pugna to keep making moves around the map because he is the action hero. They don't have the levels so far quite yet on the supports. Bane level 4. Skywrath 5, okay. But yeah, they're just going to need Nyx to be super active in this game because Underlord, he's not a ganker. They need to be able to secure Luna's farm somehow.
There's a missile onto Nyx to provide the magical burst from Immersion, bringing down Silent to half of his life. The Moonlight Shadow, maybe seeing if they can get in position to fight, but looks like they'll want him back away.
Are they going to get all 4? Let's see if they will. No fear.
Now, he's got the stun. Has he got the damage? No, not quite.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Easy gets out with that invis.
3k gold advantage already.
Dire's
All
top
three
tower is
lanes
under attack.
effectively won.
Where do they have a tome? Did anyone get the tome just yet? Not quite yet on the side of Espada. Yeah, I think that, I mean, they really need it. They need somebody else besides the Pugna so they can look to set up kills. Because, yeah, like I said, it's pretty much just Pugna right now making the moves while ILTW tries to catch back up in this game. While on the side of Winstrike, they've got a lot of heroes that can make moves around.
Radiant's
The
bottom
Marana, the
tower
Clockwork,
is
who's had
under
such an
attack.
excellent start.
Oh, and straight mid, BZZ. He's low. Stick charge. It will save him, or will it? Oh, it will.
Well,
They can't get the Thunderstrike quite off onto BZZ, so BZZ will be able to step back as the rest of the team come across. The tier 1 tower falling mid. There's the hook shot training. Nongrata ready to fight underneath the tower. They want to make sure that they get the last hit on the tower as well. Tower falling low, but RTW in with the Eclipse. Luna wars Nongrata. Nyx is there as well. They'll go with the blast, the Decrepify. They'll take him down, and they will be able to secure the tower denied.
okay, that's good. They've got great ways of defensive plays,
Dire's
at least in particular here.
fortified.
And able to react to Winstrike's movements. And they do get ILTW that kill as well.
Yeah.
Super
That's
important.
big.
They need to enable him somehow.
On top they come, no fear. Getting a decent amount of space there on his Lesh.
Yeah, farmed up quite a bit. Level 7 already on this Lush.
Yeah, same as the core Luna.
I mean, that is pretty big difference, actually. I mean, gold is about 4k difference, but also the experiences too, and it's very early in the game right now. Bane, still no Fiend's Grip available, only level 4 at this 12-minute mark, and I believe the tome was used on one of the other heroes, so...
One bottom, always want to fly, or will be found out alone. Walks into the three of them. Silent, no interest in heading over to help.
Not the target they want, though. They want to catch the gyro. They want to get these bigger targets. I mean, this is a 900 net worth disruptor. Doesn't really give too much back their way. And it's a Leshrac who takes the top tower during that move.
Has fallen.
And more space that No Fear is just lapping up.
Yeah. I mean, someone has to soak the space, right? Because Nongrata doesn't want to be showing in lanes anymore as this game is a Clockwork, really. He wants us to be running around, so having a Lesh be able to take that farm is the ideal when you have that support. So level 6 Disruptor, level 6 Lash. Winstrike, they're ready to take these fights.
Oh, yeah, they're ready to go in from the high ground around mid. If anyone heads over towards their jungle.
Espada, they are positioned behind this Underlord here. No Fiends. They do have Fiend's Grip now. Okay.
Incoming!
They are staying all together. This is all 5 heroes positioned right here. One of the BKBs. So it was phase into Dragonlance for Iceberg and then back for Maelstrom. Silent, just phase jump BKB on the gyro. This majority, almost all of Espada's damage early is that magic. Luna takes quite a long time to build up.
Dire's
Get that nice and early.
is under attack.
He can lead the charge a lot of the times with the Clockwork.
Good lane, Iceberg. Chance for the kill onto Nyx. There's the hook shot for Nongrata. Comes into the cutoff and they get the kill.
Stops the Fiend's Grip with the cogs as well. Now they're thinking that there's a ward there too because of that. Jump forward. But Winstrike has claimed so much map control from this, the wards are actually placed in deeper positions.
Vanish! My pet.
And they're continuing to just look for these moves. 5k gold advantage. Nongrata just constantly looking to
If they
hunt.
can find the Luna.
They find...
Turning back to the tower, Misha will head out. They don't quite have vision at the moment. They'll see him now. The
They
glimpse.
glimpsed him from far back.
Oh, look at that setup! Oh my goodness, they had that perfectly down to a T, and look at Tamisha as well.
Always want to fly. I mean, the deep vision they've got
And
now.
they go round, and he was bam in position for that glimpse back to go to. He knew exactly where that Luna had come from. And with the
And they're
rocket
scouting
flare,
again. Another one.
they know BZZ's in there as well. There's a DD on Iceberg. He's not going to be able to rift out of this one. Winstrike
They just
taking
killed 4 people, and during that was only like 3 or 4 heroes showing top. No Fear is just farming bottom during all this. Oh boy.
No fair. A little bit of trouble. He'll TP and we'll make it.
Ruh-roh.
Wow, this is getting rough for Espada. Winstrike having quite the effect at 15 minutes in. 7k advantage.
I mean, they don't really have. You looking at their lineup. We mentioned it at the end of the panel too, right? They don't really have the best lockdown and catch. It's really a lot up to like the Fiend's Grip and the Pit of Malice to really be catching stuff. And they don't have like who's the big playmakers on this team? Your Luna wants to farm. Underlord doesn't a playmaker. It's really up to Bane, Pugna, and Skyrack to make all the moves around on this map. In comparison to Winstrike, who's all really looking to just battle nonstop. Everyone wants to fight. 4-man smoke.
But look at Nongrada's position. The movement has halted.
They want to make space. They need Luna to get and become an actual relevant force into the fights. Trying to just take these 4-man engagements, but yeah. Positioning. What do they have being delivered? So Maelstrom as well as piece of a Yules actually. I thought it was a full Yules for Lesh. I got like, oh my. But now so much damage coming out of Iceberg on this Mirana. 307.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Iceberg, not afraid to show himself. Level 13, Maelstrom and Dragon Lance.
They've got to try to make plays though. They're losing so much map control. And they're not able to really find anything. It's only 5 kills for them. And now Moonlight Shadow. Uh-oh.
Dire's middle tower
Espada
is under attack.
Here we go. Straight up. Hookshot. Perfect. Nongrada getting in with the angle. Cuts off Misha as well as getting the connection onto ILTW. That's around BZZ as he cannot keep himself alive either.
I mean, 11k gold lead, 16 minutes. Winstrike turned up the heat.
There is no doubt about it. This team, throughout the entirety of this regional qualifiers, has been one to watch and one that has blown people away.
You've already lost complete control of your jungle. So the only place that Luna can really farm is in the triangle, which is scouted out by a rocket flare right away, or in the enemy jungle. It's just not safe for ILTW in almost any of these situations.
Rocket flare out. I don't know what's going on. Over the route onto Iceberg.
Silence?
Silence. And they've got a fair bit of damage. Is it enough? It is not. He gets the pounce off. He's out of there. He's back to safety. They will potentially lose their disruptors. Always want to fly. Tanks the movement of 5.
But he, again, always want to fly is the only one to die again from a 4-man or 5-man rotation. They actually get the Mirana out. The Mystic Flare just off the mark.
And Silence in goes BKB. Pretty much has it.
He pretty much had... Oh, wow,
Yeah.
okay. And the next item of choice on Iceberg, also.
Alright, it's all they have at the moment, magical.
Yeah.
There is it. Sure, if the Luna gets in position, but if the Luna gets in position, she's probably dying at this stage.
Yeah, there's so much
She
damage.
needs so much time.
And I think like the Blade Mail's... He went for Phase Drum and Urn, and he's still almost halfway to the Blade Mail. So BKB is on top of that, and I don't know, Espada's going to really struggle to take any of these fights. They already have been, but it's going to get harder and harder, it seems. Unless they're able to get some miraculous defensive play coming out between them. Because their aggressive play is just... It's just not really there. Like, Winstrike's okay with just backing up a bit, pushing out the lanes, securing these next few items. Yule's finished on Lesh. And yeah, Iceberg will be going, yeah, it'll be BKB hitting extremely hard. They see mid tower is getting hit by creeps, so Nongrada seems aware that this rotation down bottom is happening, ports up top to join his teammates.
Yeah, immediately circled out on the map as well. They know exactly what's going on. They know the whole team's down it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And they say, take that tier 1. We'll take your tier 2.
Radiant structures
We don't mind that at all. Winstrike says.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They're looking to defend this. Lesh is setting up.
Has fallen.
Yeah, there's no one else TPing in as of now. People running down it. Silent won't out TP in. They certainly can fight it. They've got to get out. And they've got to get out now. They have to somehow get everybody out of there with the rift. They will. Perfect disengage. As that was about to get very hairy for Espada.
That would have been a full team wipe.
Yeah. Power of the Underlord coming into play there for BZZ. As he gets his boys back to safety.
They got the last hit, right? Okay, so they did get the last hit on the top. ILTW. Dragonlance, Mask of Madness, straight into BKB for him too. Knows he needs to be able to deal with that ridiculous amount of magic that they do have on the side of Winstrike as well. But Winstrike's physical is also pretty high already, just because of how farmed this Marana is. Sure, there's a Maelstrom, but level 15 already, 100 leap attack speed. Hitting for over 200 already at this time.
A tithe to the impurities.
Bounty runes. Can be claimed. And what, 50 gold? Yeah, 50 gold for Iceberg's BKB. So that's when we'll probably see Winstrike trying to be very aggressive, because they've kind of been a little bit of a slowdown here, at least in taking fights, but still just keeping that map control there. And that is Blade Mail as well for now. Items coming together on Espada. They're still not getting any of these big items. Like the BKB Luna is the biggest one. The rest of them are all very susceptible. Side of Winstrike.
No fun, no fear.
Their catch is just not there. They don't have great ways to start the fight either. They don't have some type of blink initiator like a blink Sand King or a clockwork hookshot or something like that. They've got an Underlord. Their way to take fights on Espada is walk in as a unit.
No fear is showing himself again, and he should be.
Do they have detection? They have one sentry down, but they get scared.
They're terrified. It's just a lone Lesh, but they don't know that.
And now Pugna mid.
Non-Grata will reveal himself as he goes straight in, gets the cog pushed back onto Nyx as Nyx tries to force himself away, gets the ward down, but it'll do nothing.
And ILTW ported their vision on the shrine too. Instantly, they start hunting. They want this Luna.
Rocket flare, bang on target. They've got the vision.
The TP was used to get up there, so he's running to his Underlord. He's like,
BZZ,
take me out.
He's got to. Nearly looked like BZZ was going to leave without him there, but BZZ will wait on and take ILTW back to safety.
They're just trying their best to get the farm up, trying to get this Luna to be relevant for us. Still quite a ways away. And Winstrike just hunting.
Invisibility.
The Lesh support, no fear, is about to surpass Nyx on the Pugna. That's a mid Pugna. Not looking good for Espada. They need more and more time for this Luna, but she is so behind still.
Down bottom, no fear. That Invis rune has got eyes on Misha. He finds a stun, he can easily get the solo kill. And he's bringing his backup coming in because he's got his sight set on a bigger target. He has RTW. He gets the stun. He's not going to make it. The stun is there. The control coming out onto ILTW from No Fear as No Fear will survive. Getting that kill, going for the blind stun into the trees. He wouldn't, if he walked around and went for the yours, he might not have got there in time.
Yep.
And top lane, Iceberg. Won't quite get immersion.
He only had one more leap up. Didn't want to come in for the rocket.
Oh, the juke!
Juked. Oh my god. That was so close. Now Nyx though, being chased. Do they have vision? They did not quite see him. The hook, the wrong direction. He will be able to TP. But they lose their Luna.
They lost the lane on that push.
And now, do they want to try for the Roche?
They don't have the best Roche lineup at all.
They definitely don't.
It's not going to be that quick, but they are 13k ahead of their opponents. If a fight happens around here, they're taking the fight.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't matter that they've not necessarily got the speediest Roche lineup. They can take it without any sort of worry about losing a fight around this area.
They're looking to try to take it, so pipe on Underlord.
Mongrad is very low. He has got earning charges.
It's gonna die before they get there though. And now they get scouted.
There's the Roche. They got it. And indeed, BKB out straight away from Silence. He's ready to chase out, see if he gets a catch onto anyone. They'll take down the ward. Espada will get away, but they don't achieve what they set out to do. Disrupt that Roshan. As Winstrike have the Aegis.
This game is just so difficult for them. Them just having to avoid pretty much any fight. Until in particular that Luna BKB. But even then, when you have such a deficit, when you're playing Luna and you're 4k behind the Marana, or you're playing Luna and you're in the same network as a Clockwork, it's very rough. And look at, like instantly, he ports to the shrine to go farm. It's under ward vision. They just port top and they look to go hunt again. Just non-stop looking for plays.
Silent always want to fly. It is by the shrine. And it is just two of them. But if Misha walks out this far, they'll take him. They say you want that bounty rune. They take it in front of his face and then they rip it off.
They claim every bounty. That gold swing continues to grow. Just no mercy coming out from Winstrike. Not giving them any breathing room. No fear.
Alright, by the shrine. They get the hook shot in. Non-Grata comes in straight away on top of him. He's got the blade mail as well against the Mystic Flare. BZZ trying to take the boys out. Can he save the ILTW in time? He can.
The shrine's enough heal.
Oh, ILTW nearly going down there. But the Dark Rift just in time from BZZ.
But during all this, ILTW is having to just like TP left and right, get Underlord rifted every single time he's trying to get some farm. Like he still doesn't have the BKB. He's just getting out farmed so heavily. 17k gold lead, 15k experience lead as well. Nyx's TP is on cooldown for 50 seconds and he's spotted.
Dire's bottom tower.
4 steps downward.
Oh, they found him. Bam. They got him under the tower. Non-Grata now wicked sick. The chat lines continue to come out from No Fear.
My God.
Feeling confident right now. Winstrike.
They should be. They are running over this game right now.
They're I mean, they're on the verge of it. They are on the verge of making it to TI8. They just need this one win and then the end of a very long road.
What's the win probability, Hockey? I don't want to click up. I don't want to pause the game by accident. I'm not risking it.
Yeah, I won't risk it.
I don't know what my Hockey is.
I think it's F10.
Definitely not.
F9 is pause.
I'm not clicking anything. All right, whatever. They're smoked up.
Just slam
They're
you.
just looking to fight.
No.
They got Aghanims now finished on Silent too. And a full Mjolnir now on Iceberg. And they're split. Look at this, Espada. They only have 3 heroes bottom. They want this Luna.
Well, let's see if they can get it.
There's no Underlord Rift for 15.
He's out of there. RTW's not playing around down below. He's gone.
And everybody else get out. Misha.
Bane. He's out, and so is BZZ. Nice disengage.
They get everyone out. And now mid too. They are not able to actually get the clock. Look how speedy he is. Their lack of catch. Their lack of disable. Over and over again. We keep seeing it. There's a BKB now on Luna, but she needs a hell of a lot more for this team to be able to take these fights. Sure, she's going to survive a little bit better, but the damage is not really going to be great.
Look at the glimpse back. Onto Nyx, they try for the kinetic field. He's forced out and he's up to the high ground. He's safe. For now. Arrow.
Arrow connects.
The missile into the arrow with the perfect angle. Iceberg jumps in looking for immersion. The pipe is out. Is it enough to save these guys? There's the Decrep by the Nightmare getting Nyx out of there. But Misha will fall. ILTW moving in with the BKB in the eclipse. Jump forward from Iceberg, giving his life away as he's got the Aegis. He's ready for round 2. The stun from No Fear onto BZZ as he heads in. Silence for the missile straight back through the hook shot. It's not going to catch on to anyone because they're already dead. In fact, Winstrike, they've lost 3. The root. And they get more Espada. But the Lucid Beam onto Non-Grata is still incredibly speedy. But Espada do hold. They get the Aegis away from Iceberg and they do kill 3 of them.
The damage just really started to add up, and the mitigation. The Underlord with this Pipe of Insight and just being in the midst of it all with the Atrophy Aura, able to reduce quite a lot of damage. Although there's 3,000 damage done by the Mirana, the rest of his team only could throw in like 1,000 from the Gyro, 600 from Lesh. It was a bit too deep for them to really commit forward. It's step 1 of many.
Non-Grata. Oh, it's got an Invis rune here. And that's a Mask of Madness rune. Does he want to try and play around with this? He does. He's going to try. He's going to tease around with her. The Dark Rift will be there from BZZ and it's going to take the man in time. In fact, they'll kill the Clockwork on the way back. Oh, ITW! They got him!
The glimpse. The Underlord Rift got cancelled too, but
he cancelled it.
Glimpsed. It looked like pulled anyway. It looked like maybe was out of it, but
if he didn't cancel that Rift, I'm pretty sure it would have saved him.
Maybe.
I think he would have. I don't know if we can get a replay on that, but I think he might have saved him. I don't know if he needed to cancel. I guess he saw they killed the clock though. Like we're sticking around.
Maybe they wanted to turn.
We'll see it here. We'll see exactly it here.
I think this is Orange turn Spirit Vessel.
He's Dark Rifting. You got to get RTW out of there. It's cancelled.
Cancelled it
He
before.
cancelled it, and he would have been back in, and he would have been out.
Yeah, he would have been out, I
cancelled
think.
it. He
Maybe.
cancelled it too early because he
But the
thought that
glimpse
they
may
killed
have-
the clock.
The glimpse may have pulled him across the map,
Oh,
too.
at the same time.
It might have. I don't know. It looked very split second.
Sure. Yeah. It's hard to tell.
Either way, they get the Luna.
I think it looked like he glimpsed and then would have walked back in the range before it went off.
Yeah.
But, it's very hard to say. Either way, the Luna's gone. And now, looking for more Winstrike.
Oh, Misha. Got it.
They got the stun. They got the damage from Iceberg. And now the Pugna has to run.
Nicely done.
They know that he was around because that ward did hit him. And they'll hunt down the ward at least.
Oh, the creep takes it.
No. Come on, creep. 27 to 10. 18,000 net worth advantage.
Another hook.
Oh, non-grata.
The courier.
He's in. He's on top of the Merchant. They do have the shield for the courier to keep it safe, but there's no sort of shield for the Skyra.
ILTW got forced to use defensive BKB. Was getting glimpsed out. No BKB now for 60. Down to 7 for this Luna. And back to full map control for Winstrike after that little bit of a hiccup they had.
Incoming.
And we have it mid lane. Winstrike.
Dire structures are fortified.
Forcing out
Leshrac
the
has
fortification.
BKB and is level 17. This is
I
a
mean, he
support
got so
Lesh.
much space, dude, and he's committed his farm to non-grata. Non-grata's had an excellent game. He did have a stun onto No Fear. He has been forced to pop the BKB. The tier 3 tower is pretty much dead in the middle lane.
Yeah. That nether ward damage.
Silent. The cooldown. Ready to kick things off if they want to get in there. They've got the missile on towards BZZ. Disarm. Now onto the Mirana from Nyx as he grabs the arrow connection. He did get the Crimson Guard out there, BZZ.
Iceberg wants a tower. Did he just uphill miss or was it blocked?
He's got the BKB. He's going back in for it. And he'll get it.
This time.
They get the tower. They back off for now. Could still look to fight if they catch them off guard, but RTW does have the Eclipse and his own BKB, of course, ready to pop. So they'll respect that. They'll back away. Happy with just the tower for now.
Yeah, they had to use the defensive BKB from the Mirana to get that. Now they'll back up. Roche should be respawning pretty soon. We'll find out in a second. Actually, it is a full duration. It's almost full. 3-minute respawn.
Radiant
Smoke coming out from Espada. There's still a 20k deficit. Showing that they can take the fights, at least when they got their high ground of their base. Long wrap around here. To get anything off this smoke. The Moonlight Shadow coming in. They saw that Luna was split off. Don't know that this is gonna. Now they do.
Non-grata straight in. Just get silence to get the blade mail out in time, but still, they're focusing him. They want to kill him off. He's going to try for the hook shot out, but not always want to fly. He didn't stand
Dire's
still.
bottom shrine is under
His
attack.
buddy, at his time of need, was not there in the right position for the hook shot. As he tried to drag his way out. I mean, look like always want to fly, just stepped out the way of it. It was
It
like,
looked like he dodged it.
he's like, oh shit, they're going to hook shot me. Oh shoot, that was my teammate.
They had vision of like the bottom side, so they saw the Luna start making her way back toward the jungle. It looks like they wanted to try to catch off there, but I ran into the force smoked of Espada. Slowly but surely, they climbing back in this one. The experience and the gold have pretty much stayed the same throughout all of this, but they're starting to acquire some space.
Oh, Misha.
You remind me of someone.
Dire's
Run down
bottom
by
shrine
Silent.
is under attack.
Now full Lincolns for Silent. So he went for Ags, BKB Ags into Lincolns. Very defensive build coming out.
Clean up the shrine. And Winstrike.
Dire's bottom shrine
Positioned in
has
mid,
fallen.
ready to push in again.
What is this? What's the GPM one? 590 on Iceberg. Has a
Yeah.
full butterfly on top of BKB Mjolnir Dragon.
Oh boy, at 34 minutes in.
That's tough to deal with. How's the Luna? Still on the way to that recovery. Almost a Manta style too. And level 20, so acquired that experience. Still needs a lot more space though to catch back up.
Boom! There it goes.
No fear, starting to clear out
Dire's
shrines
top
since they took out that tier
shrine is under
3.
attack.
That'll be the second one taken.
Dire's top
And what are we seeing as Roshan time? Is anytime soon?
Non-stop Moonlight Shadows. And this is before the level 25, which we love so much.
Dire are
Yeah,
scattered.
Roshan's nearly up as well. So they can certainly go for that. I mean, with the strength they have, they can fight without the edge. They don't,
Yeah, I mean, they're ready to battle.
And we have it silent. Yeah, manages to get himself right in the middle of the here with the BKB ready to go. Non-Grata hooks in and pushes out the pulling to the back of it all. But look at the damage here from ILTW.
Goodness.
He's tearing them apart. He's taken down Silent. He's taken down No Fear. They do lose two themselves, but overall, they got the big gyro kill. They'll get Non-Grata's clockwork as well.
Oh my god, the damage mitigation. The pipe, the Crimson Guard. I mean, this is what we're saying, right? Pipe and Crimson Guard versus this team. And look at their, you look at the fight recap, and everyone's damage is so low on the side of Winstrike because of that. Look at Luna's.
And so ILTW is in the perfect position on that.
Right in the middle
Of that
everybody.
high ground.
I mean, that was actually just 10 heroes standing on top of each other. The glaives just bouncing between everything. All right.
Still holding on despite being 20,000 gold
Radiant's top
behind.
tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Himself a
I'm
DD.
gonna fly. They are positioned around here.
Radiant's
DD
middle tower
ready to
has
pop.
fallen.
Got a DD.
Being chased. Turn, arrow, onto BZZ connects. They do get the glimpse as well onto ILTW, trying to separate them, make sure they can't form a group and chase down.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And this Underlord, the Underlord aura and this damage mitigation.
We're going to see
really
this replay again as well.
being this problem. It's actually just everyone. They eat all of the flak hits, but they're just rallied around this Underlord. The damage mitigation. It's absurd. Silent also dies just so fast.
Yeah,
in that
ILTW
fight.
just focuses the gyro.
He's got to watch out.
And top lane, No Fear. He's going in. He's trying to set something up to get the rest of his team over in time. But the rocket flare out. Do they really want to fight this? BZZ, he's going to take them out straight away with the Dark Rift. And they should all be fine. The glimpse goes. They go for BZZ. They know that if they can take the Underlord and then take a team fight, it's going to be so much easier. And that's BZZ gone for 70 seconds.
He bought the blade mail on the courier before dying.
And we saw literally just now how much of an impact the Underlord can have in a team fight. If they can take one without the Underlord, you're going to feel that 20k advantage that Winstrike actually have.
Oh hell yeah! And now they're getting an Aegis and Cheese as well off of the back of that kill.
No interest in contesting at Espada without their Underlord. They know that they cannot fight without BZZ. There is an MKB now picked up for ILTW, so he is really getting some serious damage on that.
Oh yeah, the Iceberg with that B-Fly earlier. And Silent is also queued up a B-Fly. I'm thinking he might change that if he sees that MKB finished. Silent's damage is not really very good on the gyro.
No,
this
it's
build.
Iceberg really that's punching.
Really Iceberg who's doing
Silence,
majority.
I mean, he's sort of built to live, but as we're seeing, if ILTW still gets his hands on him, he dies very quickly to the Luna.
I'm a little, I don't know, this gyro build's a little worrying.
I mean, we've seen a fair few gyros over sort of the regions that it really is one of those heroes that's been nerfed time and time again, and it's just because you're always in your mind comparing it to what we've seen in the past of gyro, and it never is that impactful.
Yeah.
And
He switches the item right away.
Okay,
He sees
what's he going for?
He's going for the Maelstrom, the Mjolnir build.
That's
he
already
sees
much
that
better.
MKB. Now a bit of give him damage and gives him, at least it lets the Aghanims benefit, right? We talk about Aghanims and we're like,
You want something at
you want
procs.
Maelstrom and you want Satanic. That is the dream.
Espada holding one another's hands inside the base, waiting for Winstrike to make a move.
They gotta just stay rallied around Underlord.
Yeah, they know if they stand with BZZ, there's a good chance that they won't lose. They may lose a hero, but they won't lose a team fight. They'll be able to either disengage with the Dark Rift or have the power to enable ILTW to get the kills.
They're still in a position where they can't really be the ones to be making plays with their lineup. It's just a very defensive, responsive lineup that they've got going on. So I do think right now these type of periods are going to hurt them quite a bit because we're just seeing Winstrike farm up majority of the map and Espada can't really. No map control whatsoever. Arrow.
Be fine.
Shift away.
Broke the dust, but Iceberg not quite close enough to get clipped by it.
No Fear's making sure to always take the farm that does push in on this Lash. Level 20 on support Leshrac. Continuing to be in a pretty good spot on that gold. Every time they step outside the base, Nagrata chucks a rocket at them, picks them down low, and map control for that economy. Claiming all 4 bounties. Keeping that network up. We've got 40 minutes now too, so a couple runes starting to come out too. So DD rune, that could be one of those clutch things that really allows them to just pierce through that Underlord. Okay, gone for MKB instead on Gyro. Any type of needs damage.
Bottom. The Yule setup, no fear. Trying to make a play for this here. It's got backup coming in, but so has the Nyx. There's going to be the ult from Silent going with the cooldown, the BKB. There's the BCG on the front line, soaking up so much of this damage. They've lost the Leshrac. Can they really get in and kill off BZZ? They're trying. Iceberg jumping in with that attack speed. Can he do it? The Nightmare, the Decrepify, they'll keep BZZ alive.
Wow. Right when that Crimson Garden pipe starts to wear off, you see the damage that they really start to do on the side of Winstrike. Almost get themselves 2 or 3 kills. They lose their Lesh. See the damage mitigation coming out, and also the Blade Mail in play. Collecting quite a lot onto Silent.
There are lots of pings coming out to Silent. They won't be able to get to him.
Luna's net worth almost tied with Gyrocopter now.
Which is very impressive to see in a game where, as a whole, his team are 25,000 behind. 25,000 behind as a team, but he himself, RTW, only 1k behind the Gyro. It does mean there's a lot of pressure on him. As you could take that difference be, meaning that Winstrike have a full core advantage.
Yeah, I don't know why. Iceberg going for pure damage now too. Daedalus will be the choice for the Mirana. Espada has pushed themselves out a bit far here now too. This is their first time on this side of the map in a very long time. And they scurry the hell out of there.
Invisibility!
Right after they push them. It does take the multi-shot arrows actually, instead of the Moonlight Shadow.
Alright. Been a while since I've seen that. Yeah. We used to see it all the time, but then bam, everyone was taking the Moonlight Shadow.
Yeah, when they changed it.
Yeah.
I mean, if he catches 2 people with an arrow, right?
I mean, yeah,
we've always said.
This game, they are playing.
Oh, this is a. He fired the multi-shot arrow as they paused. The arrows are out.
Is he hitting them?
I mean, more than likely not. If he does.
They see the arrows.
Oh, they see them already.
Yeah.
It's three cores, right?
I mean, the thing is, it is going to be useful in the fights because it's going to sort of force Espada to scatter, and they are wanting to constantly hug the Underlord.
Yeah, and it's always, you get a lot of vision from
split.
these. And yeah, you're bound to land 1 or 2 of these when they are all just completely clustered together. ILTW now finished Satanic, almost level 25 as well on this Luna too, so can he do it? Can she do it?
And they indeed carry a team that is 23k behind. Gonna be tough, but it's not impossible for ILTW.
Trying to take a glance at all the levels we've got going on. So yeah, like we said, Lesh was 21. Gyro did get 25, so we've got the 3 homing missiles. I was checking the Disruptor is one of those that I always keep tabs on, because level 20, that's when you see Disruptor start getting items. The 100 GPM kicks in. And that can, I mean, Disruptor, if you get Agnums, changes the entire game, usually. Side of Espada. They don't really have any crazy ones. It's just really the Luna getting 25 for that lifesteal. Quite a ways away on. Hey, Pugnet's getting close.
And apologies for this pause, but as you can see, we can be entertained by the Cat Cam, who doesn't seem to be too impressed by the Mirana performance this game. He's continuing to sleep through the entirety of the day, as cats do.
Mm-hmm.
I say it's a she. Sorry. And as close
I wonder what
as
happened. Oh, it's TeamSpeak. Oh.
TeamSpeak issues at the moment. My experience is seeing this pause.
Always want to fly during this whole situation while they're pushing down bottom and looking for a fight too. Got some deep wards down up top. In the meanwhile, deep tabs. Nobody bought a gem yet, right? Everyone's just kind of farming for themselves. No map control. Oh no, they do have a gem. Sorry, Underlord. You kind of have to have, even if, I mean, you don't know what talent. Now you know what talent the Mirana took, but like you need to have your frontliner with a gem versus Mirana when you're getting close to 25.
What are these toilet breaks?
It's been a long day.
I mean, I guess, but during a game, you go before, boy. Come on.
What time is it? How long have we been casting? I think we've been casting like 10 hours.
No, we're not casting too long today, I don't think, have we?
What time is it? What's that? Dude, we've been casting like 10 hours. Or 9 hours.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, 8
not
hours.
too bad.
We'll round down.
But you know what's been the most impressive?
The Pudge.
People in chat have been spamming
Are they spamming
for
with
9 hours.
Have they been?
They've been for 9 hours. That's impressive. I'll take my hat off to the boys and girls in Twitch chat.
That's true.
Come on, look at Twitch chat. The first thing someone says is Treasure 2 released. That's it. Lost all respect for you. It's a lie. I know it's not released, but I'm going to check anyway.
I'll check.
Well done, chat. You done it. I'm checking.
Dude, it is released.
I'm checking. You done it, chat. You achieved your wish. You're making the constant, and it's not. No, it's not. It's not. You guys lied. Tell you what is out though, the Steam Summer Sale, and I have it from Gaben that there's a lot of fantastic deals that you should go and buy. Let's have a look. What do I recommend? Final Fantasy 15, 50% off. Deal, bargain. Go and buy yourself that. Don't treat it like a Final Fantasy game. It's a little different. Absolutely recommend that one. What else have we got? Top sellers at the moment. The Steam Link, £2. That's right, 95% off. Like, Gaben doesn't make stuff up to spend on this. 95% off. We're ready. And Fallout 4 Game of the Year. That's a pass from me. I'm sorry, Gaben. I'm going to have to pass on that. You're going to have to do 95% off on that one as well. If you want to just throw my money that way. Anything else there I could recommend? GTA, Divinity Original Sin 2. That's the top one.
Didn't they say we're ready?
20% off, but it's a good deal. 24 quid for Divinity Original Sin 2. I get it. You got some friends, buy it. If you haven't got some friends, buy some friends and then play the game. Anything else good? PUBG. Pff, no.
PUBG costs money?
Yeah.
PUBG.
People do pay for stuff like
now Bane's
that.
in the bathroom, by the way. So.
What else have we got?
So you got some time to...
Dark Souls 3 Deluxe. 70% off. I might buy that.
That's actually value.
I might actually buy that.
That's good.
I might buy that. Far Cry 5. Only 25% off. Come on, Gaben.
The Witcher 3?
What do we got?
60%.
Yeah, but everyone's got that game. That's literally the game that everyone's got. Skyrim. That's
right,
what I'm talking. Anyway, back on with the
enough
game. Let's go. I'll take the check in the post game.
The arrow hits the Bane.
There we go. Multi-shot, baby.
Are they going to go forward for it? They're not. No fear. Look, if he wanted to.
What the BKB. To escape.
Always want to fly. Is the split pusher right now. He's got a double siege up
Dire's
top.
top tower is under attack.
Oh, look at that damage.
Oh, that's a decent amount of damage.
Yeah, she is.
Dire's
I mean,
top
the
tower
double
is
siege
under
are no
attack.
joke, man.
Hello.
I talked about them a lot at last TI for a reason.
Look at that go. There we have it.
It's like half a tower.
Kill those siege creeps,
Even
guys.
more.
There we go. Yeah, about 2/3 of the tower.
Too bad. We got level 25 Luna yet? Not just yet. Pause is really messing with my brain. Do we have the data list picked up yet for Iceberg? He's got the gold, but...
He's a little wary of doing it.
No, he's nice.
No, he's not. He says, I'm going in.
I mean, they're just full farming the map. It's just the Luna farming. Luna 25.
Have they got the Spirit Vessel for the 25% life steal?
I hope they've got a Spirit Vessel complete yet. And they do not, actually. I mean, there is still the, there's Manta.
They need to get that.
But I think the Spirit
sure.
Vessel's still very good versus the Satanic and the level 25 talent.
How come the clock's not got him? What's he going for?
He's had there, but he's keto bagging him.
Okay.
He wants multi-hook shots.
I mean, he has been hitting some great
Misha?
shots. And they found Misha away from his team.
Very dead.
Misha's gone, and Iceberg, he picked up Skyriff as well. He went in with the BKB, and he took down Emerging. They're without a couple of teammates. And
Nongrata
Nongrata
wants a
still got a
hook
hook shot. Straight in he goes. BZT will be forced out of the cogs. Buyback straight away from Skyram. And look at the control onto ILTW, but it posts the BKB. He eclipsed. He looks to chase down Nongrata. Nongrata's got the blame out, but ILTW can keep hitting because he has that lifesteal. Always want to fly, gets taken down. That's going to be the gem hitting the deck, but Silent comes in from the side with the cooldown, the rocket barrage, and the flak, pushing them back. But the Crimson Guard's there. They don't have the damage to fight for the Crimson Guard, as they'll have to back off. Silent and the boys from Winstrike.
And their BKBs run out.
Yeah,
they just got the hell out.
Espada will take that because I believe did Espada manage to get the gem?
I think it was their own gem.
It was their own gem.
Yeah.
The prize is
Was it?
mine.
Wait, well, did Nongrata just pick it up? Nongrata looks like he may have just retrieved it himself. 'Cause
Okay.
it was dropped by Always Wanna Fly.
Oh, no, Nongrata did recover
Yeah.
it. Okay, yeah. I was like, wait, they didn't kill the Underlord.
No, sorry, yeah, the other way around. Yeah, Always Wanna Fly had a gem and he died.
Gotcha, yeah.
And, but yeah, it looks like Nongrata did grab it.
So bounty runes again, 4 for Winstrike, so still continuing to keep that gold up.
Players here.
Silent backpacked his Aghanims for TP right now. Okay.
Okay. I mean,
And now he put it back in. He realized. Whew.
Rapier has been queued up by ILTW.
Okay. Alrighty. Spicy.
Ooh,
He's
I
gonna be
mean,
first in net worth soon in the game.
He's not dying, and they're doing a good job of keeping him alive with the Underlord. If they can just keep him by the side of BZZ, there is definitely the chance for a Divine Rapier Luna to just rip through the entire lineup of Winstrike, despite
true.
Winstrike being nearly 30,000 gold ahead.
Radiant's top tower
At this 46-minute
is
mark.
under attack.
Haste.
What are these DD runes? What are these 40-minute DD runes that we see so often?
I've got a haste.
That's what Winstrike wants. A DD and Illusion or Arcane rune.
Haste and an Arcane on Iceberg.
Allies disappear.
The Moonlight Shadow.
They're thinking about fighting. Have to jump in. Can they get the stun before the BKB comes out? Yes, they can. They won't follow up. And the prep fire and Naima comes through and they'll turn. They'll take down No Fin, now Iceberg. Moving forward with the burst damage by LTW gets the chance to put the BKB. He's trying to lifesteal himself back up, but the blade mail's out on Nongrata. Nongrata trying to get himself up to the high ground with the Glimmer Cape. Can he get himself away? Can, because Silence there with a homing missile to hold back the Bane. Buyback from the Leshrac. That's going to be 2 dead on Espada. Bane will buy back into the Luna, but Silent is just standing his ground. He's taken down the Luna. He's going to be able to take down BZZ as well. Double kill for Silent. As the homing missile flies across, they're looking to find even more out of this. As Nyx will be stunned up. Nongrata closing the gap. Can he quite get close enough to finish this off? It doesn't look like he can. But the wraparound's already there from No Fear. It's the Shiva's Guard, the slow, onto ILTW. ILTW bought back for this. He does not have BKB available once again. He's got to be so careful. He'll get forced up to the high ground, but indeed the glimpse bringing him down, trapping him in the cogs. The damage from Iceberg. ILTW is gone. Dead for 2 minutes without buyback. GG is called, and Winstrike are going to the International.
Oh my god. So well deserved. They played on fire throughout this entire qualifier.
They did.
Since Epicenter, this team has definitely been on the mark of so many different teams. They have been playing spectacular across the board. All of their players. It's not like, I mean, sure, there might be some standouts, but every single one of them are